Hi everybody. Mark and I have been collaborating and video chatting and working on this topic of video conferencing. And in this presentation, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the benefits of using them in education and different tools that we have discovered that may help you out. If you're watching this, you're probably an educator, so now I'd like to talk to you about the benefits of actually using these video conferencing tools in your classroom. Video conferencing and screencasting can be used to record lessons for students who may not be able to attend school that day. Many things happen throughout the school year. They could go on vacation or have to take a sudden trip, but that's no reason for them not to get their schoolwork done anymore. Um, you can record your lessons and post them on the web. You can do webinars for students, and the best thing about if it's video, they can rewatch it. You can record a lesson and they can watch it over and over again. One of the coolest things about video conferencing is talking with experts face to face. It could cost a lot of money to bring somebody into your classroom, and uh, they'd have to sit there all day and maybe say the same thing 7 or 8 different times. Um, but I've seen before where an author has Skyped in or video chatted in. You can contact experts in any fields, and a lot of them would be willing to take 10 or 15 minutes out of their day to sit down and talk with you from their own time and their own space rather than traveling somewhere, and it is much more cost effective. Another benefit of video conferencing is the ability to collaborate with other schools. It could be very rare that students get to meet and interact with each other uh, in real life, but it's very easy to do that through video conferencing. You can get different points of views. It's easy to connect with other schools and learn different things from them, what kind of tech tools they're using, what their geography is like. They can even work together through like Google tools now. It doesn't matter. They don't have to be in the same classroom. They could be thousands of miles away and still be able to work with each other on a project or an assignment. A major benefit of collaborating with other schools through video conferencing is the student engagement. In my classroom, I have done mystery Skyping, trying to find out where other schools are as a geography lesson and just trying to connect with the rest of the world. And the students, they really look forward to it. They're really into the lesson. They're super engaged. A colleague of mine actually for several years would run their class with another school. Every day they'd be on a video conference from schools up to 200 miles away, working on the same projects, doing the same things. The engagement is really something to see whenever the students are with working with students who they've never met before just through video conferencing. Another way video conferencing really helps us in our profession is just getting out there and meeting people. I mean, how often do you go to a seminar and get to talk face to face with other individuals? Through video conferencing, you could probably find 5 or 10 webinars every single evening to join in and talk with other teachers about their lessons and ideas. Um, Also, many parents, it's a lot more personable if you can speak face to face with them, even if you are not next to them. Um, but video conferencing also allows educators to do that and just connect on a different level as well. It's better than an email or a phone call, I believe. Take your classes somewhere they've never been before. Video conferencing allows you to take students on a virtual field trip. It really shouldn't cost anything. You don't have to worry about gathering everybody and figuring out who's responsible for what group of students. From your classroom, they could go on a trip anywhere around the world as long as the other person has the internet and a camera with them. They could show them anything that you could think of. Video conferencing really helps distance learning to become a great possibility. Um, as we get older, it seems like we get busier in our lives and we just don't have time to do anything. Um, Whether it's taking classes online or trying to connect or work with each other on this, as Mark and I have. We've never met face to face, but we've talked a lot through Skyping or Google Hangouts. We don't have time to drive 70 miles to meet each other. People get busy with families. You may be coaching after school all the time. And it allows you, it opens up your horizons much greater. There are several benefits to the video conferencing. You can, eliminate the distance factor. That's not an excuse anymore. For businesses, you can save so much money if you, instead of flying people all over the country to meet for in one place at the same time, all you got to do is have the time available. It doesn't matter where you are or where you're from, but you're able to work from anywhere, and video conferencing makes that so easy nowadays, and a lot of them are very cheap, if not free. So how do you video conference? Below you see a list of the different tools that Mark and I researched and experienced with. Google Hangouts and Skype I would prefer out of all of them. They are free to use, and all you really need, most laptops have a built-in camera now, so you don't even need that. If you are video conferencing, I would suggest buying a wide screen lens for your computer. It just plugs into your USB. I got one for $30 on my computer, so it's very reasonable. But the other ones, depending on your situation, you can have from 10,000 people to 2 people on the same video chat. So I hope that you realize, if you have not yet tried video conferencing, I would highly suggest it. You can contact me, and I would love to have my class see where you are and what you're working on. But it just makes the world so much easier to connect, and so much smaller, actually, that I think that you would enjoy it, checking out any of these tools and linking up with somebody just to see what they're doing, and even for families it could help as well. But the video conferencing tools at the top, the title there is linked if you want to check out our page and some of the tools and what we think of those. So thank you very much, and I hope you have an enjoyable time using your video conferencing.